Welcome back to the channel. Now, Vybz Kartel attorneys have spoken out after prosecution basically confessed that the retrial that they're seeking to have would indeed breach Vybz Kartel and other co-accused rights. Now, the judges also pointed out that the only way a retrial could be granted is if they have the evidence for it. Something where it seemed like prosecution is unable to put in front of the judges. Now, before we get into that, the Police Federation is denying that they are against the Jamaica Labour Party government. They make a new wagwan and they will continue the reason. Look and listen. Now, before we get into the reasoning, for all of the young entertainers we are asked about reviews, we have a 2-for-1 special. Just contact me upon the Jaden Chase Instagram page, talk about your project and what you want for deal with. Now on to the reasoning.
Any government working for the people, we are a part of the Jamaican population, and we're not only police officers, but we are citizens of Jamaica. So I am not going to agree about a federation being a part or against the Jamaica Labour Party. I have not witnessed that, I've not seen that, and I'm not going to come and falsify any information publicly about that. I will nullify that. I have sat with some persons and served with some persons at the Federation, past members and the current members. And I'm very spiritual, and I can say this boldly. I have never heard an expression of preference, because when you start working at the Federation, in the secretariat and as a central committee member, you're not a politician. You're a servant for the constable, the corporal, the sergeants, and the inspectors. And any government of the day is our government of the day, not the government, but our government of the day.
No, from the police Federation have come talk about it. Now, this is the talk where I circulate among certain people in the political landscape. Now, truth be told, it has always been said, if civil servants, teachers, nurses, doctors, soldiers and police vote for a particular party, and then there's a large percentage of civilians, regular Jamaican citizens, who vote for that same party, without a doubt, that party usually wins a general election. So it seems as if people within the political landscape believe that the Police Federation is in support of some party, which they have denied. But it sounds like most people believe, say, this is one of the reasons why PMP are going to win the next general election. No. As I say, the article says the Police Federation has denied those claims. So them affiliated with any party, whether it be PMP or JLP, them not against any party at all. And of course, you know, police and soldiers, them support both parties. You know, you go. But talk to me in the comment section, tell me what you think. On to the other stories making headlines today.
We're saying that retrials essentially should not be committed, as we have said in open court and you have heard, on the basis that time has expired so long. Men have been in custody for 13 years, and we want the court to consider that factor and the special circumstances of this case, including the ordeal that the men have suffered, and also the more than 774 Jamaicans who are before the Home Circuit Court, who are waiting on their day in court, and who may have their matter pushed back just to facilitate this matter. We say it's not fair for those persons, some of whom are in custody, to have their matter pushed back, and at some time, especially bearing in mind how complex this matter was and how expensive it will be for the taxpayers, that it is not fair that we, having considered all the factors, engage state resources, scarce state resources to deal with a situation like this, bearing in mind that it's the taxpayers who ultimately will pay for everything. I find that statement very concerning, because ultimately I remember reading and hearing about stories of what happened in certain countries, in this country, whereby because the state doesn't have money for ventilation, you have babies who are dying. And when you recall the amount of Jamaicans who are in custody waiting for their days to have their trial, and the trial can't continue because of scarce resources in relation to courtroom, etc. And when one recalls the call that the Court of Appeal has been making for years for resources to ensure that they can hear matter in a timely manner, then one wonders what is meant by the state must just pay for it, because the state is you who is home, the state is your scarce taxpayers' dollars being utilized to go down and pursue one case when there are hundreds of Jamaicans and hundreds of victims who are waiting their turn in the.
That was Vybz Kartel's attorney. And basically what I say is, it's so preposterous. Yeah, we can't put it that way. The fact say, one of the statements from prosecutors was that the state will just have to pay the bill, taxpayer money. Same taxpayer money we have to go pay back Vybz Kartel for the Privy Council case. But why taxpayer money is expensive? And taxpayer can't get no good road. And some places taxpayers will ask for water and street light, infrastructure. But taxpayer money can go all about it. Now tell me what you think. Do you think after the prosecution has admitted that this retrial will breach the rights of Vybz Kartel and his other co-accused, the Court of Appeal have granted? The Court of Appeal seems to have been serious about any violation of rights. The Court of Appeal was so serious, them tell media houses, say, watch you know, don't try to put out no news. Will make it look as if Vybz Kartel and the other co-accused are guilty. Because the truth and the fact of the matter is that you're innocent until proven otherwise. And them never want the tabloids to put out no form of story where make it seem as if the men are guilty. So clearly, the Court of Appeal was thinking about the rights of the appellants. No. With that being said, after the prosecution said what them say, or it look now, if this same court is thinking about the rights, now them say there is a way based on the law itself, but them say that way we need evidence. It couldn't be just no feeling, no gut feeling, no hearsay, no paperworks, no fancy legal terms. Purely evidence. And it seems as if the problem the prosecution has found or is now facing is that them not have the evidence. Them not no witness. Because them don't, look like them know that witness today. The witness they could have there anyway by now. And as far as the evidence go, if you look back on the trial, prosecution didn't have that much. Prosecution did not have that much evidence. It was mostly the witness and what them said them find on the phone. And before the Privy Council even start, the defense had gotten individuals from overseas, digital forensics, to look through these devices. Not just look through the paperwork, the actual evidence. And what them find was very different from what was stated in the initial trial. When it was asked how them did retrieve the information off of the phone, it didn't seem like that piece of evidence really that credible anymore. Say them not have that. And then not have no witness. Does that mean truthfully the prosecution not have no case? I mean no witnesses, no evidence. It would sound like null prosecutors. Not enough evidence to prosecute. Well, basically some people are saying that a retrial of one of the longest trials in Jamaican judicial history I got to take up a whole heap of Jamaican resources. Them are then have to pay back the money, the Privy Council money, and that's hearsay. It's a part of, it's a condition of the release. It's a condition of the overturning of the murder conviction. They must also have to pay back to the Privy Council case. Millions again. They don't have to spend millions to prosecute this case. What about the other cases? Now, this is something the Court of Appeal will be looking into. Some people already believe that. It is clear. if you look into Wagwan, listen to Wagwan, it will be clear to you that Vybz Kartel and other co-accused will be released. Some people have it say, when we that hear from the prosecution, we that hear whole heap of negative news about Vybz Kartel. We have heard the opposite. We have only heard how the prosecution plan to violate the rights and how this will look to the public. We hear more reasons why the retrial not sound like a good idea, even from the prosecutor or the prosecution's office themselves. We hear the defense say it, and it's almost like no way I say the prosecutors approve it. If you look into what that happened, the defense said this wouldn't be right, this would violate our client's rights. And now when the prosecution start talk, then basically admit and approve the point where the defense attorneys did I make, while still saying them want the same retrial. I know it all seems very confusing. But talk to me in the comment section. Tell me what you think. If you're new to the channel, just a pass through. We'll click the subscribe icon and then the bell icon, and of course put it on all. And this is how you know we'll be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here on the platform. The like icon is also in close proximity to the share icon. Drop a like and boast a share. And tell a friend, tell them sister and them brother them to check out the channel, check out the reasoning, and also join the discussion. The comment section up 24/7. It never lock it. Just be respectful and mindful of the guidelines. But other than that, drop your thoughts, your comments, and yes, your opinions there. And we can continue the reasoning via the comment section. Now, of course, until we reason again, my sentiments for you and yours are for to live, for to love, and for to prosper until we state. What? Wait, a quick recap. The Police Federation, I say, them not against no political party. None at all. Some people believe that this is a sign that the PNP are going to win. Vybz Kartel's attorneys are saying that basically the prosecution has proven why there should not be a retrial in the case. I know what you think. Of course, until we reason again, my sentiments for you and yours are for to live, love, and prosper, and for to stay tuned.